So the going's not too bad through the snow. Snowshoes are floating pretty good. And once I make a couple passes, make a proper snowshoe trail, if we get a minus 20 or 30, it'll harden up just like pavement and you can walk without the snowshoes. And what I've found in the past is that as the snow gets deeper over the winter, more and more of the wildlife appreciate your snowshoe trail and they use it. Especially the deer, they got to deal with the wolves chasing them through deep snow. I've seen an incredible pile of wolf tracks this year. We always have a big deer population, but the wolf tracks has just been outrageous this year. I imagine there's countless number of little dramas playing out between the deer and the wolves. Only ever witnessed that a couple times when the wolves make a kill close to where you are. They make all sorts of yipping and crazy noises, and the next thing you know there's nothing left but a couple bones. Anyway, here I am down at what's left of the creek. Still some open water, but the problem is when this snow goes onto, when it falls onto questionable ice, the ice is even more questionable because it provides an insulating layer. And in better years, what you get is minus 20 for a week before the snow. Gives you a nice start on the ice, and then you're able to walk on it. But I don't know what's going to become of this year. It's going to be one of those years where I'm tiptoeing out to the beaver houses and always worried about falling in. So I've been bushwhacking with the snowshoes out there the last hour or so, and I just scared up a deer, and the darn fool started running straight for me. He was all confused. He figured it out pretty quick and got turned around. So I'm finally out to, I popped out onto the East Quad Bike Trail, and the going's a lot easier, I'll tell you. So just before the storm hit, I got all ambitious. I found this fallen tree, big red oak. It was rotten, about 10 feet up, and broke off. And so I cut up this lovely pile of wood, which is now a pile of snow, thinking maybe I could get it out before any major snow, but was I ever wrong? But generally that's the way I do it. I come in here and I select a chunk of bush where there's enough dead standing wood, and I try to make 3 or 4 or 8 or 10 good wood piles and come pick them up in the spring. The trick is remembering where they all are. So speaking of that, I got this, I don't know if you can see this GPS. Yeah, it's kind of cold today, so another dead battery. I keep swapping them out and warming them up in my pocket. So this GPS unit, my wife got me this last year because all the other little kids I hunt with, they had them, so I had to have one. And I honestly thought it would be a little more self-explanatory than it is. It's one of these touch screen things. I thought, well, you just follow the prompts and it's that easy. But not being a 10-year-old, I'm having a little trouble. So I was scouting out the north end of the bush here during deer season. I found a pond I hadn't been to before, so it allows you to mark these various waypoints. So I marked a waypoint here and there, and do you think I can find how to get guided back to these waypoints? Well, see, oh yeah, now it says, here be dragons. That's no good, eh? Anyways, I'll sort this out Be darned if I'm going to read the owner's manual. That'd be an act of desperation, really. Anyhow, it's getting on in the afternoon. I think I'll head out. So I'm working on a theory that in there, somewhere, is a bear's den. I can see frost here and there on the underside of a rock, and sure does look like a nice spot if I was a bear. Worst places to spend your winter. I'm going to have to bring my nephew up here and get him to crawl in there with a flashlight and check it out.